I want to welcome you to the Engineer Your Success podcast. My name is Dr. James Bryant, your host for today's show. Today is going to be a special episode where we have excerpts from the latest Success on Ramp. So, for those of you that have been listening for a while, you may have been around for the evolution of this particular event. These are small group meetings for podcast listeners, people that are in my network, where we work on those things that can help you win at work and at home. So it's overcoming procrastination, how to be a more confident, powerful speaker, setting and achieving your goals. This last series, we focused on building your vision and really leaning into the power of vision. And we actually went through an exercise where we built vision boards. So in this episode, you're going to hear me give a brief presentation about building your vision. And then that's going to be followed by some of the participants that are actually displaying their vision boards and talking through their vision. I'm really excited to be able to give you a glimpse of the value that's provided during these events. There's going to be a link in the show notes for the next Success On Ramp. Again, these are monthly small group meetings designed to help you win at work and at home. And I hope to see you there. Hey, I want to welcome you to the Success On Ramp. This session, we're talking about building our vision. My name is Dr. James Bryan. I'm the host of the Engineer Your Success podcast, and it is my pleasure to have you here with me this evening. We are going to be recording this session, and some of this session may appear on the Engineer as an episode on the Engineer Your Success podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about building your vision. We talked about this last month, and this month, some of the participants are actually going to be sharing their vision board and talking through the vision that they have for their life and for their companies. So again, my name is Dr. James Bryant. I'm here to help you win at work and at home. I'm the host of the Engineer Your Success podcast, as well as the owner and CEO of Engineer Your Success Leadership Training and Coaching. So I help engineers, people with an engineering background, business owners, really achieve success both in business and in life through my coaching practice. If you are interested in finding out more about my coaching practice, please feel free to click the link that will be included in the chat. And if you're watching this online, there'll be a link as to how you can get back in contact with me. So, what is your vision? A general ideal of what you want in your future to look like, right? It's a map that tells you, it helps you to get from where you are to where you want to be. It kind of puts that gauge for you in the future. To me, the vision is the first place where you either expand or limit your results in life. You know, if you have a really teeny tiny vision, then that's what you're going to be working towards. If you have a larger vision, that's the thing that you are going to be working towards. And so I really encourage you, when you think about building your vision, to expand what it is that you may want, because that's the first place where you will either be expanding or putting limits on yourself. So vision gives imagination permission. Vision also inspires discipline, because when you're looking at your vision and things may come up that would deviate you from your vision, you're able to say, no, this is the vision that I have, and I'm going to have the discipline and the habits to continue to move forward to help me accomplish that vision. You know, we all see, but vision really defines what you do. You know, vision shows you your destination. Vision looks past your present and beyond your current limitations, and it really helps you to see the future of who you want to be. Always say, start with the dream. You know, dream about things that really excite you. You know, your goal is to create a stretch vision that is emotionally compelling for you and strikes that balance between both your personal and professional aspirations. You know, those of you that listen to the podcast or follow me know I'm really big on designing a life to help you win at work and at home. And so when you're thinking about your vision, I don't want you to just think about your career or your business. I also want you to think about your personal life. And what does it look like for you to be able to have that life, have that business where you're able to generate the resources that you want, but you're also able to invest your time and your resources with the people and those things that mean the most to you. And so, one of the questions to think is about, what is your vision for your life? And so we talked about a vision board. Vision board is a collection of images, words, phrases that represent what you want your life to be like. It includes photos of people you admire, words that inspire you. It could be affirmation, goals, dreams, words, whatever it is that kind of helps to inspire you. You can make up that vision. And so here's I'm showing a copy of my vision board. I shared this the last time, but I'll be brief this time because I want to get the other participants to be able to share. But here's the beach house I want in terms of an investment property, and then also being able to spend some time with family. Here's the view from the beach there. We got a sunset that's happening. I also want to get a mountain retreat, or, a place where I can host events, go with family, kind of hang out. But those are kind of the investments and the usage that I want. I believe in living a life of abundance. I'm really big on living out my faith as well. So just being able to represent prayer and, doing Bible devotionals and those things that are part of my spiritual foundation. I really emphasize growth, because I think we're ever growing. There's always something that I can learn, something that I can know. I also have something that represents speaking engagements, being able to speak in front of millions of people and being able to impact their lives. I want to continue to invest in real estate with multifamily properties, commercial properties, office properties. And I want to be healthy, and I am healthy, happy, and wealthy. I believe that, as we contemplate life, we have to have that attitude of gratitude, and everything is about the freedom to think, freedom to choose, freedom to pursue the life that you want. From a business perspective, it's all about training, learning, and coaching, and helping, empowering, and equipping others to be their best and to win at work and at home. I'm living in faith every day. Just like growth is a key value, I think learning is also a key value, and being able to deliver the things and value to other people. And then kind of the upper quadrant is all about family, spending time with family and vacations, and have working out, and just seeing myself as being successful. And so that's my vision board. That's what I want. I am also going to create a vision board just for my business and how I want my business to grow. And then I'm going to do one just for the family, just to expand on some of the ideals that I have here, to give me some more things to contemplate and think about. Because one of the things we run into, we have so much stuff that we want to do. There's not enough room to put it on there. Okay, great. Give me the summary and the overall vision. Now, if you want more detail, go create the one for your business. Go create the one for your family. Go create the one for your real estate investment, if that is what you want to do. Don't let the excuse of, I couldn't fit it all, it got too messy. That's an excuse. And so I really want us to be able to plot out that vision. So that's it for I usually don't do any kind of presentation, but I wanted to make sure that we had some presentation and thoughts here. I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
Hello, everybody. I am Benita Varnardo, also known as Dr. V. I am an OBGYN lifestyle medicine specialist, now trying to be a pseudo stay-at-home mom. And I am working towards creating a new healthcare model that actually, James, it puts vision at the center. You start with that, and all of the other health things fall into place. So I love the intention behind what you're doing. I have a vision board. It was old. And just some of, the previous session that I attended, speaking about where you want to go and what you want to do and putting that front and center has been really, really helpful. And I'm doing a lot better now. So okay. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Good evening, everybody. My name is Duron Chandler. I am I'm here with James. Most of the time, I try to attend these as many of these as possible. I love the value that James gives. James has provided me a lot of clarity in my life, probably over the last 8 to 9 years I could think of. But James might be longer, but always like to say thank you to James for that. I like to think that I'm the catalyst for this vision board session. I do a lot of things in my life around meditation and things of that nature to get myself going, but I've never done a vision board before. I mentioned that to James, and here we are. And I'm.
My name is Tanisha Pridgen, and I'm the owner of a cleaning business in Greensboro, North Carolina.
A growing cleaning business.
Yes, a growing and thriving cleaning business. I have 3 beautiful children and a husband, and have lots and lots of visions, and I feel like I always have. And sometimes it is a little bit of a task to get it all out of my head and all on paper. So it is nice to be here and be kind of focused on working on that. I have created vision boards in the past, but this is my first digital one. So Success on Ramp has been helping me to get my digital board together and put it in digital places. So I'm excited about that part of it. And looking forward to seeing everybody's board today.
Self to everyone.
My name is Martin Krebs. I'm a friend of James. I've known him for a while, and he's been really generous with his gift of asking questions, very probing questions. So he invited me to the session. So I'm just happy to be here.
We were just doing the introductions, and I talked a little bit about vision boarding, and we were going to get to the point where people are actually going to share their vision board.
So I've never done a vision board, but all this lives in my head on a daily basis, right? So, so what we have here in the center is kind of how my mind works. I have a very logical side, and I have a very artsy side that I have to feed or my life is unhappy. So that's the brain in the middle there, with the colorful side being the artsy side and the more logical side being like the diagrams. Always in the center is family, and then what I call like my core values or the core things that I live around. So of course, my family above there, that's my wife, myself, my daughter, and you see a baby picture there because we are pregnant. We're expecting. Thank you. Right next to that is a picture about travel. So that's something that we would like to do as a family. I want to travel with my family around the world. I want to spend at least like 1 month in a different country each year if we can. Help the children grow, help myself grow, help the family grow. That's awesome. Directly under that, under the brain, I would say is the picture of, and James would know this, run, lift, swim is strive, and cycling is strive as well. But I live by run, live, strive, create. It's kind of principles I made up for myself to make sure I'm doing at least one of those things every day, physically and in more mental type space. So running to my problems, uplifting people, striving for greatness, and creating the life that I want, which is this right here, the actual diagram. So if we start on the left side, you'll see, of course, I love cars. That's at the top, Ferrari F40, very expensive. That's probably a long way down the road, but I do want one of those. That's one of the goals. Next to that, 2 houses, like James, city house, country house. City house, more woodsy country house. Under the Ferrari F40, you'll see the line of businesses that will lead me to actually getting that. So one is small footprint grocery stores, laundromats, bookkeeping, financial coaching, doing engagements around finance. And then the bottom one there is one that I'm starting with my friend that's around, not necessarily race car driving, but it's called swinging, right? That's like the slang term for it. Of course, more cars, because I do have a passion for driving cars. And then if you go over to the right side there, Carrera GT, another expensive car, another GOAT car to get. Directly under that, it's a picture of the stars. I want to start a stargazing tour. If you've never seen the actual night sky and all the stars out there, it is magical. It is beautiful. I would like more people to experience that. I think it's great. Directly under that is something that I only share with my wife and James, and that is Open Kitchen. It's an idea I have about a business to help chefs tell their story and get it out there to the world. And James gave me another great idea to go with that. Under that is I've never told anybody, the guy and like the art piece, that is an art installation that I would like to get out there. I call it masterpiece. Oh, I think masterpiece is the name that I originally called it. Or no, master at work. Master at work. And you actually watch the artist create the work. Whole other thing. I think it's a beautiful idea. Under that, you see a couch. Luxury goods, a luxury good business that I have in my brain, but it's more of a artsy side project. And then under that is a gym, and that is more for my wife than myself because she's always into physical fitness. I'm into it as well, but she's more into it from the business side. I think that covers everything in there. More cars, more cars. Try to do that as fast as possible.
Wow. I think that's amazing, man. I thank you for walking us through your vision, including your family, how your brain works, and the different businesses that you have. I mean, you know, we talk about having multiple streams of income. You have multiple upon multiple streams of income that you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad for the push. I'm glad you were able to help me out in doing this. Like I said, this is the first one I ever did, and this literally lives in my head on a daily basis. This is what I meditate about, things of that nature, bringing this to life, and this is helping me actually bring that to life for me.
That is cool. Thank you so much for sharing, Duron. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Right.
All right. Who's next? Tanisha, are you ready?
I was born ready. I can. So I'm still in the works, but this encompasses some of the main and key big focuses of what I'm working on right now and my vision for right now. So like you said, James, I feel like I have like specific, and I don't even have them as vision boards. I have them more as vision cards. So right before you launched this, Sophearay had asked me, we were talking about this, and so I brought out all of these cards, and I realized, I was like, wait a minute, it was at one point a board, and I cut it up into cards, but I will like shuffle through them and like pull out one that is, a main one that I need to be focused on, and maybe duct tape it somewhere, or, if I need to be looking at that. Yeah. So that's normally how I roll, but I really like this idea of having all my important big stuff like in front of me on my cell phone, on my screensaver at all times. So I'm really excited about this.
Cool.
So at my core, like Duron, is my family goals and us just being, and I probably can put a real family picture in here, but us just being, out and active and having fun together and traveling and doing new things together. I really enjoy when I'm able to do new things with my family. So one of the things we talked about at our last trip to Tennessee, I was telling a young lady like how fun my kids are. Because she was asking about travel with kids, and I'm like, my kids are fun to travel. Like I almost miss them when I travel without them. So I just want to do more of that. And especially, I'm talking about, this is more of a short-term goal, short-term vision. I'm talking about as soon as next summer, I would like to be able to, put work to the side and travel all summer with them. That's the goal. And so we have, to one side is just Tanisha, which I think I do need to focus more on Tanisha. So it's fitness, sleeping better, eating better. And I have a picture of a lady who's like surrounded by all these healthy foods. And for me, that is just like making better choices in general. That's what that feels like to me. So these are definitely a part of my health goals: eating better, sleeping better, and being more physically active on a routine basis. So really want to tap into that, max it out, be able to show up with some goals, like, being visible. That is the goal. So I love to put this on my vision board. And then we have on the other side of that, some of the just shallow type things. I really want.
They're not shallow. Don't think of them as shallow, Tanisha.
I want a house surrounded by water. So that's probably going to be a big pool and some waterfalls or water Something's going to be happening.
I just want to make sure I understand. You want a house surrounded by water. Are you talking about having your own private island? Or are you talking about something? I just want to make sure because okay, all right.
I want a big pool.
Okay.
So I want to be able to look out back and see the lights on the pool at night. I want to be able to entertain in my big backyard. That is the goal. It has been for a long time, and I can't let go of that goal. So I have people tell me it's not necessarily the best thing economically, or, I'll get over it. And I'm like, no. So,
well, I'm glad I'm glad you are here with us, because we're not going to tell you that is not a good goal. I think it's great because it brings you joy, and it will allow you to be able to entertain and have people over and do things. At least that's, as you talk about it, that's the sense that I get. So absolutely. Yes. Look, go and enjoy your house surrounded by water. I can't wait for us to get an invitation so we can come hang out.
I can't wait to do that either. That's going to be a cool dinner party. And last but not least, I don't have a lot of cars in mind, but I always love this one when I see it on the road, and it's a Range Rover. And so I'm not a car girl, so I don't know the specifics about the models and things like that. But I just know I love that white with a little bit of black. Sometimes they have like a black stripe. And it makes me happy every time I see it. So I want to get one of those, and I want to name her something. So that is my vision board.
Tanisha, thank you for sharing your vision board. That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
You don't live somebody else's vision. You got to live your own. And those people that are like, oh, I wouldn't get that. And that's their vision. Don't let their vision limit what you're going to go after. And I know you're not, but I'm just reaffirming that for you and anybody that's listening. In this, you get to this situation where people are like, I don't really want to share my vision because the haters are going to be there and they're not going to be there with me. Listen, let the haters hate. You define your vision and begin to scope out what it is that you want, because you have to live your vision for your life, not theirs. And if they want to, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, and that's what I like about communities like this, because it really does not help us to be playing ourselves down or not. I mean, it helps me to be able to say this out loud. Mm-hmm. And, I need to be more comfortable with it, because it is my vision, and it will happen faster the sooner I see myself there. I can't see myself there if I can't say the words. So, it's.
This is true. No, you're right. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate that.
In less than 45 minutes, like, I'm inspired. I'm learning about things on other people's vision boards. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I want a beach house too. Yeah. And yeah, this is great. I'm just, and I love Sophearay that, it's already yours. And Martin, step out, just step out, and it comes. It always does. It always does. So, okay. I think this is it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
So mine is in process as well. I did an exercise with another group, with a clarity group, and it was, who do you want to become? And they broke it down into sections or areas to help you focus. And so I found this on Canva, which was already kind of broken down as well. And you all know, I'm going to start with the top right, which is physical. Mm-hmm. Y'all see my abs right there. Aren't they beautiful?
You didn't put your face on the picture this time, though.
Yeah, I
didn't know we were going to mention that.
I'm going to figure it out. But so for those listening, Angela Bassett in her 60th birthday bikini photo. All right. This is a Tesla Model X. Sophearay, I'm also loving electric, and I want to upgrade, and it will come to pass. Let me pull out. I did have my house up there, but then I was like, maybe that's an environmental. So I have some more work on that one. Intellectual, I don't know everything about the space I'm in currently, and I'm learning a lot through reading, and I've always been a reader. But just from working so hard, that was not something that I tapped into as much. And if I was reading medical journals or something, related to the profession. So I definitely want to read more and continue to learn. I put the airplane here for travel, but I feel like going other places, meeting other people, seeing other things, going to conferences, that's one way that I'm learning a lot as well. And this group down here, that actually represents the powwow, or any groups that are gathered together to help me along this journey, because I'm learning so much from the other members. Emotional down here, this is my family. We were in California. Coco, Ben, Craig, and that's Craig's uncle and his wife and me. And so that's really important. I get a lot of joy. I was making breakfast this morning, waffles, and I was just so happy, so happy. So I'm like, I got up early, did my work, but taking care of my family brings me joy. This is from a makeup session, and it's a picture of me after my makeup was done. And I was just like, I look good in this. And it makes me happy to see that. And so my face, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm happy. And so that seems to capture that essence. And peace, I am definitely going for peace. I'm getting closer and closer and closer. But that is my goal for my mental health. Spiritual, I don't know what I want to put here. I am completely submitted to God, and he's really literally guiding me step by step. And I wanted to put submission there, but I couldn't think of, I don't know how to put that in an image. All right, so financial, the Benjamins there, these are investments. And I like this little icon. This is actually what I'm representing as generational wealth, to have something to pass on to my children's children. And I don't know if y'all can see her. She is just lounging under her umbrella on the beach in her bikini. And I figure if I can do that when I want to, then my finances are probably looking really good. So occupational. So like I said, I'm creating a new healthcare model, and I think it's revolutionary. And so I envision sharing it with other healthcare providers at conferences. I will be speaking to Oprah on Super Soul Sunday. So the next thing I have to do is put my face over Iyanla's face, but sharing that. And this is freedom. That represents freedom, the chains being broken. And that's what I feel I'm called to do. And once people are free, they really can focus on their health and wellness. Environmental. I love my home. I like the location. I like the bones, but it needs to be remodeled. And that's my kitchen. And this kind of represents my house, but I kind of want more windows and more aesthetics and landscaping to go along with it. Gardening, I'm an avid gardener, love it, love it, love it, have to have it around. Environmental, what I will have around me is I want to have lots of fruits and vegetables, and that just represents a clean environment. And lastly, social. This is my friend. She's my accountability partner. I just given her some flowers after her art exhibit, which we've been working together for years, and she finally accomplished that goal. So roller coaster, just having fun, dancing, running. I want to run a lot more, and I want to do it with a group. And so that represents that.
No, Benita, I think that's a great vision of what you're putting together. And the different domains, I think is fine. And, you know, the one thing I would say for all of us is to stretch. The vision really should be a stretch between kind of what you think you can easily achieve and something that's really going to push you, that, you know, like, you know what, this is what I really, really want. I mean, when I told someone, I forget who it was. I told, I said, yeah, sometime between now and next spring, I'm going to go start looking at beach properties. And they were like, so do you already have the money set aside for it? Are you ready? No, that has nothing to do with it. It's time to start taking some action and pursuing those things that are on my vision board, because you never know what can happen as you are moving in that process of pursuit.